Well, hello. Where's my camera?
You don't
What
have
is
one.
that? Oh, no. It's me this week.
We're cutting you out. But we love your voice, so we're going to keep your voice.
The face is not working for a lot of people. The most embarrassing part is how much shit I was talking about Bill Belichick, and all the while I'm like...
No one's on your side with whatever you're about to say.
Okay.
No one...
You're right.
You have no fans for this. You have no supporters.
That's so sweet.
I was just as ugly as Bill Belichick. Is that what you're going to try to say? You had to stop
I don't think he's ugly.
Well,
I think there's something...
He's hot.
Yeah, he's hot. No, I never said he doesn't deserve 20 or 24-year-old pussy. He's a hot guy.
Yeah.
He's a hot daddy. How are you?
I saw Tony last night.
Oh, is that why you look sickly today?
It's correlation, not causation.
Okay, got it. I went to college. I do understand that.
I don't, so I was hoping you would. Taking a risk. It was funny. Bobby was there.
Yeah.
Both of our exes. And he was really mean to Bobby. And I think Bobby was upset. And I actually, meant to call Bobby, but I was, thinking about it as I was falling asleep. I was like, oh, I'm glad I look a little cute tonight. But I also don't care. It's both. It's to me, it's not even an ex at this point. It's so long ago.
Right.
It's it expires.
Yeah.
The first 3 years when he was my ex, it was huff and puff and hide and spy and all of that. But yeah. It's just so expired.
3 years?
I'm just guessing. Definitely maybe first year.
Yeah.
Maybe first year. It just was, he just really has that Austin energy. I was like, I hope you're saving your money, because that's just my nature with him, because you
opened his bank account for him.
Yeah, I know what he's like, and when I met him when he was cashing checks at a check cashing place, so I just feel as a bookend, I now that he is doing well, I'm I hope that you're saving your money, Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, I'm invested in stocks. And I'm like, okay, I feel that's not how people say it. But, and by the way, none of this is shit talking. This is all, whatever.
Just recounting
my night. And, but I would like to stay on the Patreon. He goes, I invested in Netflix, and they just had their biggest quarter yet.
Who the fuck isn't invested in Netflix?
No, but listen.
Oh my God.
Listen. And he goes, do you know why? Kill Tony was on Netflix. And he says stuff like this all the time, and he's been saying stuff like this literally since he was a barista at Starbucks.
Yeah.
He has been this exact persona.
He's a perfect example of delusion does take you far.
And never change. So for that reason, I can't ever hate on how he is, because it's he's been this day one.
The self-belief.
Yeah. And so I respect that. Mm-hmm. And so he says that, and I always laugh when he says stuff like that, because I just think it's so funny and weird. And then of course Bobby's sitting right there, and of course Bobby cannot control himself, and he's triggered, right? Mm-hmm. He's just, Bobby is always in character. He's always Bobby Lee. He cannot not be Bobby Lee. So he goes, Netflix, they're just never gonna have me.
Oh God, he did the pity party.
They're just never. It's that. By the way, the perfect setup and knock him down. You just did exactly what Tony was baiting you or anyone in the room to do. Tony goes, he stands up. He goes, well, they'll do 15-minute specials at some point, and you can get one of those. And then Bobby was so upset. And I'm like, no, what is going on? Why is this real? Why can't the drama stay on the stage?
Right.
Why don't we leave it on the performance field? But
I hate to say it, but Bobby's asking for it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's enough with the whole, oh, woe is me. You are a millionaire.
Yeah.
You have a special that's going to be filmed for Hulu. Who gives a shit about Netflix?
I know.
It's just this, it's an identity. Mm-hmm. The whole victim thing is also an identity, right?
Yeah.
And you stay really latched onto that identity for a long time, because to some degree it serves his character.
Yes.
It's a character.
But then they got up and literally kissed on the lips. And I was like, what is going on?
Okay, so I have to say this first and foremost. Very smart of them to give 5 minutes free, talk mad shit, and then make you pay for the rest of their Patreon. I think all Khalyla and Esther do on their Patreon episodes is talk a lot of shit about people, which is pretty smart. So, there apparently, according to them, there's some beef between Tony Hinchcliffe and Bobby Lee. I think more, just competitiveness between the comedians. But was Khalyla running her mouth about Bobby Lee? She's like, and she's like, he's a millionaire. Yeah, and he's supporting you. So, and she tried to say he had like a whole victim complex or something. Wow. Wow. She keeps biting the little Asian hand that feeds her. It's incredible to me. I get that you got to make content. I get that. But, I mean, there are a lot of Khalyla haters out there, and they're going to run with this going, how could she trash him when he basically, I think, still to this day, really does support her? I mean, not just with money, which he does, but infrastructure. I think that whole podcast they do is just run and operated by Bobby Lee, like from the studio to the staff and everything. I think at the end of the day, ultimately, Bobby Lee is writing the checks there. So, but I mean, and she said he's pitying himself. She did a Bobby Lee impersonation. Esther used to date Tony Hinchcliffe. God knows what that looked like. God no, I gotta only imagine that queen, Tony Hinchcliffe, banging Esther, Esther with her olive oil looking face. But I mean, come on, Khalyla. I mean, that is kind of a dope line Tony Hinchcliffe would say to Bobby Lee. Maybe Netflix will start doing 15-minute specials. And Bobby realizing, oh, I'm just never really going to have a Netflix special. But, I mean, Khalyla trashing him like that. I mean, you are kind of living off the dude, eating off the dude. So, like, when he's in that mode, you're just going to be like, look, baby, you can get a Netflix special if you want or anything. But her trashing him out of line. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.